for a start, I don't think there's enough mental health help in Cambridge for a start. I was sort of seen by the psychological team and Anna Brooks a few times, and I was going off my fucking rocker. I really was. And they were saying, "Oh, you're not mad. You haven't got mental health problems. You're just an alcoholic. It's the alcohol that's causing your mental health issues," which I completely dismiss. I think it's a load of crap, because it was the mental health problems in the first place, with sort of dealing with bereavement and other problems in my life, that turned me to alcohol. It wasn't the other way around. They were like, "We're the experts. We're telling you it's the alcohol that's causing your mental health problems." And I'm like, "No, it's not. I could tell you what's going on in my head, and I'm telling you it's the mental health problems and my thoughts that are making me drink." They still dismiss that.
Yeah.
Wrong.
So talk about the thoughts in your head. Are the thoughts in your head better now?
Yeah, they're a lot better. It's only because I've addressed them myself. It isn't just because I've stopped drinking. So it isn't the way they were saying. But
you stopped drinking, and you still had that stuff in your head that made you want to drink.
Yeah, but I refrained from drinking. I started reading a bit more about turning every negative into a positive. I've got a couple of books that I'll show you in a minute. But I come up with my own sort of thing. I've got a big sheet of paper, an A4 sheet of paper, and I put a line in the middle of it. And on the left-hand side, I wrote a list of all my problems. And then on the right-hand side of the paper, I drew a big waste paper bin. And then I'd sort of look at each problem. And then when I sort of addressed it, I would dump it on the other side of that paper into the bin. And then my list of problems got shorter and shorter, but it filled up that bin, if you get what I mean.
Oh, that's really cool.
That was my way of sort of, that was how I dealt with it. There was a couple of books. One was Tyson Fury's book. Behind the Mask. Talks about mental health problems and that as well. We contemplated suicide. Tyson Fury, The Furious Method, Transform Your Mind, Body and Goals. Another good book. Recommend for everyone. And also Ant Middleton's Zero Negativity, The Power of Positive Thinking. And that's where I've come up with my own sort of thing. What I'm saying is the power of positivity has incredible strength. And it's true.
Okay.
Every time I get a negative thought, I think, how can I turn this into something positive?
Yeah.
And that's what I do now. Without flying off the handle or getting angry, I think, right, how can I overcome this?
And how long have you been doing this? How long has it been that you've been sober, if you don't mind me asking?
I've had a couple of controlled drinks in over a year, but it's actually 4.5 months, nearly 5 months since that last controlled drink. And I didn't really enjoy it, really.
And if you skip over the controlled drinks, how long is it that you've been since your last proper relapse or last real detox?
Over a year, I think.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think it's worth recording and celebrating how long we've been in recovery, which is how long we've been trying, even if we fail, even if we relapse, because it's just part of the game, isn't it? It's just natural that it's going to be slips. So to celebrate how long you've been trying and how long you've been fighting is important too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You've just got to fight back. It's really, really hard. I know how hard it is. But I still look at people now and I say, this is another thing I say to people, don't forget you're stronger than you look. Because you might not look strong. You might feel really weak. But deep down, you know that you are a stronger person. You know you're better than that. And you can do it. You can overcome anything. Just takes determination.
Yeah. So it's interesting. If you think of yourself sitting in that room on your own,
Yeah.
big long beard, dirt under your fingernails, dirty clothes, smelly. You felt like you weren't. You felt like like you weren't any good, right? But deep down inside, it was the same you that I see now in front of me. That's strong, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So somewhere inside of you, you had value, and you had skills, and you had determination, didn't you?
I still had fire in my belly, but I just didn't know how to get out and fight again. It was like it was trapped inside my body, and I would just sit here like I'm talking to you, and I, like without the camera being now, I was sitting just staring into space, into the wall, and then every now and again I'd look below, I'd look at the floor, and there'd be vomit and blood and bile all over the floor, and this would be surrounding. This surrounds all the empty bottles. I mean, I don't know if I sent you the picture, but at one point there was like 100 empty wine bottles and whiskey bottles all around my room. And when I actually got to tidy up my room and get rid of my rubbish, it filled every bloody recycling bin outside up.